All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking an objective, really in-depth look at Goldline. We're going to examine their services, meticulously read through the fine print of their account agreements, and take a totally honest look at their history. Look, if you're considering adding precious metals to your portfolio, you absolutely need the full picture, and that's exactly what we're going to build together today.
For so many American retirees, the fundamental question driving them toward precious metals is exactly this. Is your retirement actually safe with physical gold? It's a huge question, right? A lot of us are looking for a true safe haven to protect our life savings from market volatility and inflation. But as you're going to see, the reality of owning physical metals involves a whole lot more than just locking a gold bar in a vault somewhere.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll explore the allure of Goldline, check out their products and storage, and then read the fine print. After that, we'll cover the 2012 legal injunction, look at the Sell to Us program, and wrap the whole thing up with a final verdict for retirees.
Part 1. The allure of Goldline.
There is a very genuine appeal to buying physical precious metals, and it's super important to understand why so many investors are drawn to this market in the first place. Goldline has actually been operating since 1960. That kind of longevity in the financial world definitely brings a certain level of trust. The core appeal they offer is the peace of mind that comes with owning a tangible asset. In a financial crisis, precious metals are physical items you can literally hold in your hand. And to make it easy, Goldline offers free shipping and insurance until the package reaches you. You even get the flexibility to choose whether you want the metals delivered directly to your home or office or kept in secure storage, which is mostly located in Las Vegas.
Moving on to Section 2, Products and Storage Options.
Let's look at the actual physical assets Goldline offers and how they might fit into a retirement portfolio. Take a look at this Benjamin Franklin Stand-in Love silver coin from their catalog. Goldline offers a massive collection of coins, rounds, and bars. Whether you're looking for gold, silver, platinum, or palladium, they act as a major broker for all these tangible products.
And here's another really unique piece. The Rebellion to Tyrants is Obedience to God silver coin. It's also worth noting that select bullion bars, bullion coins, and proof coins offered by Goldline are entirely eligible to be held in an individual retirement account, or IRA.
Interestingly enough, Goldline's own guidance states that they believe clients should invest no more than 5 to 20% of their retirement assets in precious metals. They're also very clear that they are not tax advisors. If you are setting up a precious metals IRA, well, tax laws are incredibly complex. You have to independently handle the selection of IRA custodians and definitely consult your own tax advisors. All right, Section 3, Reading the Fine Print.
This is arguably the most absolutely crucial part of our explainer today. We really need to demystify some of the complex jargon found in Goldline's account agreement. So, the key concept here is understanding the price spread. Goldline defines the spread as the difference between the ask price, which is what you pay them to buy the metal, and the sell price, which is what you receive when you liquidate or sell it back. Basically, there's an immediate gap between what you pay right now and what the asset is worth if you try to cash it out 5 minutes later.
Let's break this down using Goldline's own mathematical example directly from their agreement. If you buy a coin and the ask price you pay is $500, but the sell price for that coin on that exact same day is $400, your dollar spread is $100. Mathematically, that creates an instant 20% gap or loss on paper, the exact second you make the purchase.
But here's the real kicker. Because of that $100 spread we just talked about, the market sell price of your coin has to increase by $100, literally just for you to break even. Going from a $400 sell price back up to your original $500 purchase price requires a massive 25% increase in the market. That is a sobering reality of the precious metals market that retirees really must understand.
And the spread isn't the only cost. If you choose to use Goldline storage, they charge a 1% fee based on the ask price of your holdings, with a minimum of $25 billed every 6 months. If you buy unallocated bullion and want it converted into deliverable coins, there are conversion fees for that too. Furthermore, the agreement warns that if Goldline has to liquidate your assets, it might be at wholesale or auction prices, which could easily be below their normal buyback price. Ultimately, they state clear as day that investments in precious metals are speculative, unregulated, and volatile.
Section 4. The 2012 legal injunction. To get a complete, honest picture of Goldline's history, we really have to look at the legal actions taken against the company by the Santa Monica City Attorney's Office a little over a decade ago.
Local authorities in California started investigating the company in 2010. By 2011, the state actually filed a 19-count criminal complaint against them. This escalated until February 2012, when a Los Angeles County Superior Court judge signed a civil injunction. As part of that agreement, all the criminal charges against Goldline and its employees were completely dismissed.
So what happened? While the allegations made by the city attorney were pretty severe, the civil complaint alleged that Goldline targeted elderly victims and used false and misleading sales techniques. Prosecutors claimed salespeople scared consumers by falsely implying the government could confiscate gold bullion at any time, but that these special marked-up coins were somehow immune. They alleged this was a bait-and-switch tactic to move buyers away from standard bullion into overpriced coins, intentionally concealing price markups that frequently exceeded 50%.
The outcome of this injunction was strict. Goldline was ordered to pay up to $4.5 million in refunds to former customers, plus an additional $800,000 into a fund for future claims. On top of that, the court appointed a monitor to ensure compliance and legally required Goldline to disclose their actual price markups to customers on recorded calls before any transaction even took place. Now, for their part, Goldline stated at the time that the unhappy customers identified represented less than 0.1% of their customer base during that period.
Adam Rudinsky, the deputy city attorney who headed the Consumer Protection Unit at the time, summarized the whole thing by saying, "This injunction requires Goldline to overhaul its business model. Consumers will now know the company's true price markups, and they won't be scared or tricked into buying something they don't want." It was a major legal action that basically forced vital transparency into the company's pricing model.
Section 5. The Sell to Us Program.
Okay, let's bring it back to the present. If you're a retiree who has purchased metals, you'll eventually want to know how you can actually cash out your investments. Goldline really emphasizes their commitment to providing a two-way market. Now, while the law prohibits them from outright guaranteeing a buyback, they do have a long history of repurchasing metals. The process is broken down into 3 super simple steps. First, you just call them to get a purchase price offer. Second, you get an email with shipping instructions. And third, once they receive and authenticate your metals, payment is typically issued within 3 business days.
And according to Goldline's recent liquidation data, they are facilitating some massive buybacks today. Just looking at a snapshot of recent transactions, we see liquidations of over $287,000 in Indiana, over $243,000 in Arizona, and over $192,000 in Virginia. So this definitely shows that significant liquidity is available through their affiliate purchasing partners.
Section 6. Final verdict for retirees.
So how should an American retiree weigh all these complex pros and cons for their personal savings? It really comes down to a stark comparison. On one hand, you have the amazing security of physical ownership. These are tangible assets you can hold, backed by a company with a long industry history operating all the way back since 1960. On the exact other hand, you have to face the sobering realities: high mathematical price spreads, requiring a 25% market jump just to break even, ongoing storage fees, and a troubled legal past involving allegations of excessive markups and fear tactics.
So what is the ultimate takeaway here? You have to arm yourself with independent knowledge. You need to thoroughly understand the spreads, read the fine print, and know the history before diving in. To help you navigate these really crucial decisions, go ahead and grab your free Gold IRA Buyer's Guide so you can make an informed choice. Ultimately, you have to ask yourself, is your retirement built on true financial security or just the illusion of a safe haven? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.